Check the chest.
The chest looks tremendous, Arnold.
Huge.
Who else has ever had a chest like Arnold? I mean, honestly, I don't think anybody, even to this day, has built a chest like that.
Arnold would have been by far the best bodybuilder ever. Look at that chest. Nobody got that, even in the day. He got the biggest chest ever.
I went to the library and I started to study. I studied how chest works, what functions it performs, and then I took this knowledge to the gym. I realized that to build a big wide chest, you cannot just do one movement. You must hit it from every angle.
Arnold had a 57-inch chest, and the striations were unreal. I mean, every time he hit a chest pose, it looked like half of his upper body was just pure chest.
Look at his chest. Physique all over, man. I wonder how often he work out, man.
If you were my coach, what would you tell me to do to get that big Arnold Schwarzenegger chest? Give me a routine right now and I'll do it every day.
So, let's take a look at the workout Arnold used to build that massive chest.
Well, I think that in order to really get a great chest, there's 4 exercises that are very important. One of them is the bench press.
All right, so first exercise, bench press. This is like the classic movement for chest. I mean, there's no chest day without bench press.
First exercise I'm going to show you is what we call the bench press.
You sit there on the bench.
You let it down the weight to the chest and you press it up. That develops the chest muscles, the pectoral muscles. The pectoral. Yeah. Okay, you do around 10 repetitions with a light weight just to warm up. And you do it then 5 times. Let the weight all the way down, just like in a beginning program. Down, up, down, up. Come on, think about the chest. Then more energy now. Good. Let it down, up. Good. And exhale.
When you have 4 or 5 on it, and you really want to focus, and you think about your chest, and about the pectoral muscles, and then you lean back, and then you do the set.
I usually did was when I was trained, my max 5:15. So I try to do as many times as I can 500. So I did 500 in the gym, then I waited a little bit, and then I did again 1 rep at 500, schmoozing a little bit, and then then the guys were coming and said, okay, Arnold, let's do another one, let's do another one. Yeah. And then we were just doing it again. And so he gets us mentally used to the 500.
Back in those days, bench press was huge, super popular, and it's still like the foundation of chest day. It let them move the most weight, build overall chest mass, and get stronger over time.
This exercise I've been doing since I was a kid. It's the foundation. It's just a basic exercise every beginner should be doing.
It doesn't matter how much weight you lift. You always have to keep that mind-muscle connection. Really feel your chest working on every rep.
But I tell you, you got to be inside the muscle. The same is when you do chest. I mean, when I'm finished with the bench press, immediately I step in front of the mirror and I flex. I hit the shot. I want to see everything, how it works. When you do a chest exercise, why not do the chest exercise, a chest pose or a most muscular pose?
All right, now let's move on to the second exercise.
Then the incline press with the barbell.
Exercises for chest that I have always done. The first year when I started training and the last year when I was training is incline press in different levels. So to start low, medium, and high.
For building big upper pectoral muscles, do incline press with the barbell.
Now, the incline bench press is just as important as the flat bench press. The big difference is that it puts more emphasis on the upper chest, helping you build that full, rounded look up near the collarbone.
Okay. Wide grip. Come on. Lean back. Good. All the way out to the collar. Good. Very good. Now let it slowly down. Slowly down. Good. And up again. Let it right down to the upper chest. Not to the lower part, not to the neck. Right here. Very good. And up again. Nice and slow. Up again. And concentrate on the upper pectoral muscle.
If you want that full, rounded look in your chest, this is the exercise to do, and it's crucial for creating that deep separation between the upper and lower parts of your chest.
Going up and down. One more. Very good.
And just like the flat bench, you can still move a lot of weight, so your pecs are under a really heavy load. That's what makes it so effective for adding overall chest thickness and size, not just in one area, but across the whole chest. When you're doing these heavy press movements on chest day, it's actually really important to have a training partner. Because when you got a partner there, they can spot you through the workout. And that really helps minimize injuries.
Because that means that you haven't even set up your training partner. Because Franco Columbbo, who was my training partner, was responsible if I just blinked that he said, well, let's pump up the day. The day I challenge you to a bench press competition. Let's see if you can beat a 180-pound little guy. Let's see, and he would know how to push the buttons, because that's what the responsibility of a training partner is. So whenever people say, how can you be successful in bodybuilding or in lifting or in sports or in this, that, I always believe 100% in a training partner. Because a training partner is helping you when you have your moments where you're down and then the other person is up. So Franco was pushing me when I was down, I was pushing him when he was down. That was the responsibility of a training partner.
What is it, bullshit? Yeah. No, side chest, not front chest, Franco, side. Yeah, this thing's changed a little bit when we go to the side. Look, Franco, what you have to do is when I say side chest, then hit the side chest and let it come out. And if you don't have it, don't hit it. No, don't hit it.
Now, let's get into the third exercise.
And then flies with dumbbells. To me, the flies was an exercise that gave me the full pectoral muscle development, because I went all the way out and almost hitting the ground. And I was a big believer in expanding the chest as much as possible and giving that stretch, because remember, with muscles, the important thing always is to get the stretch and to get the flex. And so to me, that going all the way out with the dumbbells as far as you can to get that stretch, and then to come in and then to have the dumbbells touch and then flex like you're doing the most muscle on top, and then going out again. Those are the kind of exercises to me that were like, you could not replace them with any machine. This was it.
So, do flies after all the pressing movements? Once the heavy work is done, they come in to shape the chest up, giving you that deep stretch. And stretch is the key here. Then you bring the weight back together and really squeeze your pecs as hard as you can. That full stretch and full contraction help train the entire chest through its full range of motion. It really opens up the chest.
Dumbbell flies for the outer pectoral muscles. Now remember now, let the weights come out as far as you can, okay? Nice circular motion. Not with straight arms, but a little bit bent arms, okay? And inhale and exhale. And think also that we're expanding the rib cage from this exercise. It's not just a pectoral exercise, it's a rib cage expansion exercise. Okay, come on, energy now.
Now, for a variation of this exercise, you can do machine fly. Back in Arnold's day, they had these pretty old school machines. But nowadays, you've got tons of different fly machines to choose from.
Or with a flying machine now, they have machines for all of that stuff. So it's with dumbbells or with flying machine.
So back in the day, they had this fly machine where you bend your elbows and bring your arms together in a big hugging motion. The cool thing about this machine is that you're pushing with your elbows against the pads instead of gripping handles. So, it pretty much takes your grip and your biceps out of the movement.
Now remember, Rachel, we concentrate on our pectoral muscles, okay?
Okay, here we go.
A little bit of muscle development to get a little bit bigger bust line. Come on now, think about all those things that women want to get. More bust, bigger rib cage, more beautiful.
always flex when you finish an exercise. When you finish bench press or flies, you just flex your pectoral muscles really hard to let the blood rush into the area. And come on, Roger. Good, hold it. Yeah, you see the blood rushing in? The height turns away. Very good. Just a few seconds, not that much.
Oh, good. Brutal. You can actually create a vision of what your body will look like. And then you mold your body closer and closer to that vision. And actually, you will turn this vision into reality.
So, Arnold, did you overtrain when you were doing your workouts?
Bodybuilding world would say that many sets, to do 35 sets of body part like I did 3 times a week, that was definitely overtraining.
Well, I think that I liked to be a little bit overtrained.
When I was doing chest and I was doing 5 sets of bench press, then I did 5 sets of barbell incline press, then I did 5 sets of dumbbell incline press, then I did 5 sets of flies, then I did 5 sets of pullovers with the dumbbell, then on a knotless machine and a pullover machine. And then the other one is the pullover, that gives you the rib cage, where you go back and, and really stretch your back and stretch your lats. And so that's the combination of those 4 exercises.
Pullovers. They were actually a really famous exercise back in the day. But nowadays, people don't really use this one a lot, When you do pullovers, the stretch you get is just incredible. Especially when you do them across a bench, like Arnold's doing here. You can really feel your chest, your lats, and your whole upper torso just opening up. Now, quick tip here. If you keep your elbows tucked in closer, you'll feel it more in your lats and back. But if you let your elbows flare out a bit more, it'll shift more onto your chest. It's a small change, but it makes a big difference. So, that's one tip for you.
Nice and slow down. Look backwards. Good. Good. Look to the back. Very good. Now, while you're letting your arms down, also drop the hip down. And up again with the hip. And down with the hip and the arms. And up again. Down with both. And up. Down to really build a bridge, to expand the rib cage. Really think about expanding the rib cage now.
Now, as a variation of the dumbbell pullover, they also had this old school pullover machine back in the 70s. It had a backrest, so instead of balancing a heavy dumbbell, you just sat down and focused on the movement. And it worked really well. Because your back was pressed against the pad the whole time, your upper body stayed locked in place. You couldn't swing the weight, use momentum, throw your hips into it, or arch your lower back to make the rep easier. It was just your arms moving, which meant your lats, serratus, and chest had to do all the work. So, it was a really effective machine. Now let's move on to the 5th exercise, cable crossovers.
Then when you compete in bodybuilding, then it gets into more details with cable crosses and doing dips.
So, after all those heavy pressing movements, all that heavy weight stuff, now it's time to really shape the chest.
And then I did the cable crosses for the striations. And it went on and on. And it was, each exercise was for a specific purpose.
This is more of a shaping exercise. It's about getting a good squeeze and really feeling the muscle work.
Just imagine you're hugging something big. It's like you're hugging a tree.
You want to go a little higher on the reps here. At the top of every rep, squeeze your chest as hard as you can. And then, on the way back, let your chest stretch as much as possible before bringing the handles together again. All right, so sixth exercise, dips.
Remember that after you do the bench press and you do the incline press and the dumbbell incline press and the flies with the dumbbells and all this stuff, now you still have to do the dips for the lower pectoral muscles.
And this is a body weight exercise, and you really can't leave out a good body weight exercise, you know? So when you go down into the dip, you automatically get that stretch in your lower pecs. And then, when you're coming back up, you lean your body a little forward to get that squeeze in your chest. And, you know, really focus on your chest muscles more than your triceps. That little change shifts more of the work onto your chest instead of your triceps. And at the top of the rep, really squeeze those lower pecs. But always keep your head and chest up.
But you know something? It's like in life, we can only take ideas and suggestions to improve. But you cannot ever copy anyone. It is a big mistake because you have to find out how your mind operates. You have to find out how your body operates. So everyone trained differently. So the idea to tell someone, here's what you do for bench press, this is what you do for chest, this is what you do for back. So you can give people this idea, but then what, how many sets and how many reps to do for each one of them, they have to figure that out because everybody has weak points and everyone's weak points are different. You have to experiment with your own body